What's going on, guys, and welcome to the video. So we are 1 month out, just one, from Ironman, Panama City, Florida. And I'm gonna walk you through my diet today and show you what I'm eating. On the training schedule today, we have a 2-hour run. So I'm gonna run 2 hours this evening downtown Austin. But leading up to that, I'll show you what I'm consuming on a pretty typical basis right now. And there's something else I wanted to share in this intro. But I just weighed myself, and I'm sitting at 197 pounds. Now, as you know, I started this prep late May, early June, sitting around, hovering over 215, 220 pounds about. So I've dropped a pretty significant amount of weight during Ironman prep so far. But welcome to the video, show you meal one, so let's go. Now, I know you guys have seen this stack many times before, which I'm about to throw back, but this is what we now call the Go One More stack. And right here you have on the bottom 1 scoop of strong greens. You have your nutrient powerhouse, your natural energy, your immune boosting support, your gut support. And then on the top here in focus, you have your energy that is stimulant based, caffeine, tunnel vision focus to get you started for the day. So that stack right here, that's pre-breakfast. This is the Go One More stack. So meal number one, I have 4 whole eggs. I personally like my eggs a little bit on the runny side. Like Steph, who's behind the camera, likes her eggs well done. I like my eggs like just before they're complete, so they're a little bit runny still. And then I have an English muffin, half of an avocado, and then this the seasoning right here. So this is our first week we've tried these. We found these at H-E-B. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard of like Dave's Killer Bread. Well, now Dave's Killer Bread makes these English muffins. These things are awesome, like absolutely amazing. And then on top of the avocado, Trader Joe's everything but the bagel seasoning. This stuff is a must. If you ever have like a Trader Joe's around you, you pass the Trader Joe's, pick up like 8 bottles of this. So this is breakfast. All right, picking Hank up for work today. Hank, you ready for work? Are you ready for work? Are you ready, Paul? Good boy. Good boy. All right, let's go to work. Let's go to work. Let's go. Can you get in the truck? Can you get in the truck? Gosh, you're getting big. All right. Jeez. Hank. God. So Preston is out of town for the next couple days, which means Uncle Nick is taking Hank to work. Hank, is that right? What's wrong? We're going to see Ryder. So, picked up Hank. I'm babysitting today, and we're going to the warehouse. Don't worry, buddy. We're going to work. So this past week, we launched a few new pieces of apparel. We brought back the classic Bare Performance Nutrition Adventure hoodie. We did this the past 2 years. We sell into this style so fast. It's literally like the most comfortable sweatshirt you will ever wear. So we have this in gray. We launched this black vintage Bare Performance Nutrition tank. We haven't had a tank on the website for a while, so we decided to throw a tank top on there. And then this red shirt, which has the new B logo, shield, bear on the front. And then the back here is just a big shield on the center back. So these 3 new pieces dropped this past week. I can't even begin to describe to you how good this smells. So this is 8 ounces of ribeye steak that I had on the grill last night. I was using the Traeger last night at like 10 p.m. for food prep for today. So this is 8 ounces of ribeye steak, and I'm gonna add half of an avocado. So like for breakfast, I had the first half of the avocado. Now I'm gonna do the second half of the avocado. So we got a lot of fat in here, got a hefty amount of protein, and in addition, I'm gonna have one of these RX bars. So I actually really like these. This is the chocolate sea salt one. The macros for this bar are 9 grams of fat, 23 grams of carbs, 12 grams of protein. I'm eating a lot more fat and protein than I am carbs right now. Just like I feel really, really good. Like my energy off of lower carbs in the morning, it's next level. It's super high. And then, yeah, some fat and some protein. So this right here, this is meal number 2. Here I am trying to enjoy my steak and avocado. Hank, who's already had his lunch, obviously wants mine too. Hank is a very food-focused dog. It's all right. Do you love food, Hank? Do you love food? He does. He loves food. Speaking of being food-focused, after watching Hank try to devour my food, this is something I've wanted to talk about, so I'm going to bring up this conversation here now, and I'll probably do a podcast on the Bear Performance podcast on this topic eventually, but it is being food-focused in fitness, right? So like, I used to have a massive problem with this when I used to track macros all the time, and like I would plan out my meals ahead of the time, like days ahead of time, to ensure that I would hit my macros if I was traveling or I was moving around and stuff. And I would never focus on food quality, but food quantity. Like I had to hit my proteins, fats, and carbs for the day. That's like the biggest thing that used to matter to me. And then when I transitioned from like tracking all the time, where I was really just training for aesthetics, and transitioned more into performance, I stopped tracking. And when I stopped tracking, like I started focusing on food quality, not just quantity. And when I started focusing on food quality, I felt better. Like I had more energy, I felt healthier, I performed better. And when I focused on food as fuel for my performance, for my recovery, I made a massive impact, not just on like the way I felt, like, you know, muscle wise, like arms, legs, body, but like up here as well, like for your mental health. And I think so many people in fitness are super food focused when it comes to tracking and quantity and hitting their macros and hitting their calories, that it takes away from the training itself sometimes. And that's a massive thing that I've learned and realized over the years, especially transitioning from like strictly aesthetics to now performance. Food is fuel, and like that fuel is what carries you through the training sessions, helps you recover for the next one. And I personally believe, because I've been here before, that a lot of people, and too many people, are food focused when it comes to fitness, and it kind of becomes controlling and a problem. Now, with that being said, there's definitely a time and place to be tracking macros and calories. Like if you are working towards a specific goal that requires you to either gain weight or lose weight, yeah, tracking macros and calories will definitely help. But what I'm trying to say is I don't think it should be something you're doing every single day, every single week, every month, for years and years and years for your entire life. You should be learning how to live a healthy lifestyle and incorporate healthy eating habits and dietary choices that don't force you to track your macros all the time. That's good for your body, it's good for your mind, it's good for your training. It's super beneficial. That's what I'm trying to say and get across. That's what I've transitioned to, and it works really well for me. Okay, so next meal is going to be a shake. Now this is my pre-run meal. Probably have this like 2 hours before I do my 2 hour run, excuse me. So I'm gonna do 2 scoops of vanilla whey protein. Gonna do some milk, do about 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, this ultra ripe banana, some ice cubes, some ground flaxseed, and then frozen spinach. So I'm gonna have Steph make this so I can film it, but this is everything that's going in the shake. shake right here made about like 1.5 of these. So I'll throw this back. Like I said, wait about 2 hours to go running. Just like let it digest. But anything like vanilla, whey protein, and peanut butter, you can throw in spinach, you can throw in strong greens. Changes the flavor a little bit, but not like you really don't taste the spinach. It's more so a texture because the spinach was frozen, which makes it even more cold. And speaking of cold, like I'm the type of person I never get brain freezes. Never. I get throat freezes. Like, I get the worst throat freezes if something's really cold. But that's besides the point. I gotta finish this, get some work done, and then we'll go run. All right, en route to where I'm going to run. I was gonna go downtown Austin, but with traffic and everything right now, and Austin city limits being this weekend, it's gonna be madness. So I'm going to, it's called Brushy Creek. It's probably like 20 minutes from the house. But this right here, what was in the shaker bottle that I just finished drinking, was 60 grams of carbs and a quick, fast quick and fast gastric emptying carb source, and about 1,000 milligrams of sodium. Just get ready for this 2-hour run. So I'll check in with you either during the run or if I'm really feeling it, just afterwards. So let's go.
Okay, so I tagged along with Nick this evening, except I'm not running 2 hours. I wish we could run together, but the guy's just so dang fast and I'm so dang slow. But I'm training for the Austin Half Marathon, like a lot of other people are. I'm doing the beginner program because even though I've ran one before, it was so long ago, I'm like at ground zero all over again. So tonight, it's a pretty easy training session, especially compared to Nick's. Let's do this.
Let's do it. So we drove separate. Steph's running for about, how long are you running for?
It's like 24 minutes.
24 minutes. I'm going for 120 minutes. You gotta start somewhere.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So 14 miles later, I will tell you, we have used the Traeger grill for probably 6 days in a row so far. Tomorrow I'll use it. Saturday I will use it. So we'll see what our streak is, but we have used it every single night since we got it. We made some chicken on the grill tonight, and Steph made her homemade pizza. So I have 3 slices here, but I'll probably finish off the pizza that Steph doesn't eat, so I'll have like 4 or 5 slices of pizza, and then some extra chicken thighs on the side for some more protein, and I'll just use this Boathouse Ranch for like my toppings, my condiments. So that like wraps up my my diet for the day. Wraps up training. It's almost 9 p.m. We typically have dinner at 9 p.m. now that Ironman training is in full effect and we're just all over the place. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. 4 weeks out from Ironman, Panama City, Florida.